What's up, folk? What's up? Once again, y'all, Puff a Minute is in the building. We're here again with another Cigars and Conversation. I'm your boy Mick.
This is Jaron. What's good, people?
All right. Welcome to another episode, you guys. So listen, man, before we get started, we always got to talk about what we're smoking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be Cigars and Conversation without cigars.
Cigars, man. You got to have the cigars, you know what I'm saying? Talk about what we drinking today and all of that, bro. So hit us off, baby. What you got?
Yeah. So today going with a nice Padron.
Nice.
Classic, you know what I mean? So this is the anniversary series from 64, but, you know, that's when Padron actually started the factory and all that good stuff. But anyway, this is a good smoke, you know, can't complain.
Yeah.
But you know, Nicaraguan, have a hard time getting away from him, man.
Yeah.
Just pairing with a little Jim Beam today, keeping it simple.
Oh, yeah. I see you got that just straight up, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know
get right to the point.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Another lovely Sunday, bro. Love that. I see that you punched that bad boy, too.
I did, because I've not smoked this one before.
Okay.
And a recommendation from yourself, and actually Roger told me this, too, at the other shop.
Right.
You know, if it's something you haven't tried before, if you want to get a nice, even draw and pull and actually taste the flavor of the cigar,
absolutely,
it's better to go ahead and punch it.
Yeah.
Or even a nice V-cut is similar.
Exactly, yeah.
But the V-cut can be deeper, it may change the flavor over time. But that punch is a good way to start it off and get what the real flavor of the cigar is.
That's good. Awesome. Yeah, man. Well, I did something a little different today, man. So I actually went with that arch type. The moon Axis moon die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a stick by the good brothers over at Drew Estates and whatnot. My first time trying this one right here, man. So I was real interested in getting into it because I've been hearing a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
You know, they say that this cigar is the perfect combination of heaven and earth.
Okay.
That's what they told me, right?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, that's something I definitely got to check out, man. But definitely the Nicaraguan fillers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can see right there the Honduras, the Ecuadorian Habano wrapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just getting into this, man. But right away, bro, just from the beginning, man, I'm like, okay, I see why people are fronting this. I've been seeing a lot of people wearing like the paraphernalia, like the arch type hats and T-shirts and stuff like that, man. But this is cool. Just a little robusto today, just to get the day started, man. Yeah. And likewise, you know what I'm saying, on that beam, you know what I'm saying, Jim Beam that is. But I did put a couple of little tiny rocks in mine, man. So, you know, cheers to you. Absolutely, man. So, yo, there's a lot that's going on, man. We always start off by saying there's a lot going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because there's never any shortage of material. Never. You know, for us to sit back and talk about, bro.
We sit around, we talk during the week. We like, man, what we going to do on the next episode? What we going to do? Then bang, bang, bang. They just hit us in the head, man.
It just comes at you, man.
Yeah.
Let me say this, though. For those out there that be watching us, following us, and all of that type of stuff, it is unscripted conversation.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? We may come through with some ideas, but we never know what we're going to say until the camera starts rolling, you know what I'm saying, until, you know, we start recording and what have you. And I stress the recording now because, you know, you may know by now, maybe you're just now finding out. You can also find a Puff a Minute on podcast now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that podcast is going to be on
Podbean.
Well, not Podbean, but
we'll be on Pandora.
And
Spotify.
Pandora and Spotify, you guys. So make sure you look for a Puff a Minute there as well. You know. So again, first and foremost, brother, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, it would be remiss if we started with anything other than, you know, the biggest story of the week. And it seems like every time we shut down and go off, you know, off air, we rap, something big happens. Yep. You know, so Sunday before last, soon as we got done, the Mueller report came out. And then last Sunday when we got done, I think it was Sunday when it occurred, man, but when we lost, you know,
Hussle.
Yeah, we lost Nipsey Hussle, man. And, you know, so I feel like, you know, that's something that we really need to delve into and talk about. I know a lot of people have been talking about the whole Nipsey thing, and I don't want to be exploitative about it or anything like that, man. That was an individual that was in the game that I had, you know, I held in high regard. You know, I had a lot of respect for him and stuff like that. Been following him on the underground for, you know, for some years and stuff like that. So, but tell me, man, like, how'd you take the news, man, and what do you think is going on?
Definitely took the news tough, man, because another good dude in the industry, man. And matter of fact, me and my homeboy the week before were just talking about some of the albums that have come out this year, where you could actually listen to it from start to finish, not skip a song, not listen to the first minute, try to catch the beat, and then the lyrics was whack. We actually were talking about Nipsey Hussle and how we could listen to his new album from start to finish without skipping a song, fast forward, none of that. You listen to that album from start to finish. So, you know, I was glad to see him come out with a new album with music of that type. You know, the lyrics was on point. He was talking about something in his music, and then all of a sudden you got this situation where he's killed tragically, right? And the news came out so fast, and people, you know, one conspiracy after another, and theories on what really occurred. So man, it was just it was tough to hear the news when it came out. And like I said, it was a lot of follow-up and quick news and stuff that came out quickly. You know, we'll get into that, but, you know, definitely just off top, man, much respect to the dude. You know, definitely condolences go out to his family.
Absolutely.
And to the people, his fans, you know, because it was a tough loss for his fans as well. In the L.A. community, they really love their L.A. artists.
They do.
So, you know, that's another one gone, another one we going to miss.
Exactly, man. You know, there's a lot of talk right now about, was this just a random act of violence? You know, was this gang related? Was it a robbery type situation, which, you know, I think we pretty much know it wasn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or was this something much bigger?
Right.
You guys tend to call me conspiracy Mick and what have you, but I am leaning towards the latter, man. I feel like this is much bigger, man, and stuff. You know, people talk about Nipsey Hussle was on, you know, the Breakfast Club, man. He had been on a couple of other radio shows and stuff, and he was really promoting and talking about this documentary that he was working on. And this documentary was on Dr. Sebi, right? And how Dr. Sebi was brought up on, you know, on charges of false advertisement because he claimed he can cure AIDS. He claimed that he can cure certain cancers and things like that simply through, you know, changing your diet and adhering to more, you know, or just adhering to natural foods and natural remedies and all of these types of things. And when Dr. Sebi was put on trial, in the first trial, you know, the judge said, hey, man, I tell you what, you know, let's go ahead and take a recess. I'm going to bring me one person, you know what I'm saying, that you can prove to me, and they'll get up here and say that you cured them of AIDS. Well, he came back with like 40, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they had to drop the charges. You know, and again, I think they tried to take him to the Supreme Court. And again, they had to drop the charges because the proof was in the pudding. People didn't like that. And now you would think that something like that would be celebrated, it would be hailed, and everybody in America and the world would know this story, right? But there is no there's no revenue in cures.
Exactly.
You follow me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Every good drug dealer, hear me out there, people. Every good drug dealer on the street knows that the real money is made on the comeback. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you a little something. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make you feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But when you come back next time because you want that feeling again, now you got to pay me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is with these, you know, big pharma companies and stuff like that, man. They're not curing anything. They're treating symptoms. Symptoms, right? So, so that documentary, man, was about to expose a lot. They said, you know what? You don't need to be on these drugs all your life. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's a cure for AIDS out there, man. How many of y'all still think Magic Johnson got AIDS? I mean, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? They don't even talk about that no more.
20 years after an AIDS diagnosis.
You know, but you know what? But you'll pay to keep putting that poison in your system to perpetuate it until you're no longer here. Right. You know, but you won't try a real cure. So to me, man, I feel like there was an incentive. You know, whether it was big pharma, whether it was government, whether it was Illuminati, but I don't care what you want to call it, but somebody wanted to silence that project. Right. You know? Right. And I look at the, and I use this word purposefully. Okay. The assassination of Nipsey Hussle, right, is in the same vein as the assassination of Malcolm X.
I got you.
You feel me?
And here's one of the points I wanted to make that really it bothers me a lot, right? one of the things they found, so supposedly this gentleman they found was the killer. He was the shooter.
Sure.
He shot Nipsey, what have you. They found him. He's a known gang member. He has mental issues. He's got a violent past. You know, he basically was one of the dregs of society in the eyes of the law, and it was good to get him off the streets. But what bothers me about the fact that this gentleman was, you know, caught so fast and hit with these charges so quickly is people are not paying attention to the fact that there may be more going on than this was just another gang violence, gang shooting. They're two members of the same gang from the same set, you know, both repping Crips and rolling 60 set at the same time. And, you know, it happens. Don't get me wrong. It happens in that world. And when you live in that lifestyle, certain things are going to happen. But I feel like we would be doing a disjustice if we chalked it up to it's another incident in the black community. This is what happens in the black community, and here it is going on again. Jay, I think we would be doing the wrong thing if we just chalk it up to that.
Absolutely, Jay. And you know what? You just answered that question for all of America on your own. Describe him one more time, okay? You said known gang member, right? Violent past. Mental issues. So you know what they call that in the CIA? A perfect patsy.
Yeah.
A perfect patsy, bro. Look, man. The people who pulled the trigger on Malcolm X, all right, same type of a background.
Exactly.
All right. Yep. The gentleman who was arrested for killing JFK, you know what I'm saying? Same type of a background. You follow me? You know what I'm saying? These are patsies. And I said, I can't remember the young man's name now, man. I knew it like a day ago, but now it escapes me when they captured him. I said, I would not be surprised now that they have him in custody if he were to die in custody in the next couple of weeks or what have you, before there could be a trial or, you know, any type of hearing with a grand jury or anything like that. I almost fully expect something tragic to happen to this individual to ensure his silence.
Yeah, because you know there's no way they're going to let him come out and tell the real story. Whether, you know, like I said, we don't want to be conspiracy theorists, but you got to look at the evidence.
You got to.
At some point, we got to start understanding not everything is a coincidence and not everything is normal behavior.
Yeah, it would be different if we didn't have a history of this in our country, bro. But this shit happens all the time.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, anyway, that's my take on the whole Nipsey Hussle thing. The only other thing that I would say is it's also been said that that Nick Cannon is interested, or he has made a vow or pledge that he's going to finish the documentary that Nipsey started. Personally, I don't know how to weigh in on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because again, if you take out, wow, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, man. But you take out a Dr. Martin Luther King, right, and you try to replace him with a Jesse Jackson, right?
Or the message have been the same.
No. I didn't mean that in a good way. You follow me? You know, you take out a leader and you replace him with somebody who has a tendency to be controlled, right?
Yeah.
You know, so in my mind is, you know, Nick Cannon, I don't know if he is the best representative. Is he going to tell the true story, or is he going to say what he's allowed to say, you know what I'm saying, and water it down a little bit or what have you. That's just my take, man. You know, Nick, he comes up out of the woodwork every now and then and wants to try to take this role, like, you know, because he did it during the whole Obama thing and stuff like that in the election. He was one of the people who said, don't go vote, you know what I'm saying, and all of that type of stuff, because it ain't doing you no good. I got an issue, man, or not really an issue, but I'm suspicious of certain people, man, who are held in high regard, you know, through popular opinion and stuff like that. That's why I'm always looking a little bit deeper. Hey, I pray, man, I hope that it's genuine and that he's trying to do the right thing. And somebody reminded me last week when I was talking like that, they said, well, you know, Nick is not the sellout dude, bro, because if he was, he wouldn't have left the show, America's Got Talent. Remember, because they was throwing all kinds of money at him then, you know what I'm saying? But he left for his own personal convictions and reasons, because he didn't want to do certain things or what have you. So I'm like, okay, if that's the case, man, I just hope, you know what I'm saying, because I don't know. right? But I'm just a little bit cautious to readily accept that somebody else is going to jump in there and do that thing. If they told me Spike Lee was doing it, you know what I'm saying, somebody who has railed against the machine in the past and all of that type of stuff, I'd be a little bit more excited. That's just Mick, though. Well, what you think on that one?
But I definitely agree with you, and what I was thinking about when you were talking, it's just, you know, the same thing that I think a lot of, so we mentor, right? We mentor kids.
True.
And one of the things that we always talk about is the kids will listen to you more if they trust you, right?
Right.
I think we have an issue with trust when it comes to Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
So can we say it's coming from the same vein as it would have come from a Nipsey Hussle? Nick Cannon's been so commercial his whole life. His whole career has been very commercial, from his rap career to his comedy. You know, he tried to be edgy with his comedy, but in my personal opinion, I didn't think he was very funny. Because it just didn't seem genuine. It didn't seem like it was relatable, and it comes from that same vein. It's like I feel like somebody giving me a Dr. Sebi documentary is trying to give me truth, trying to give me honesty, trying to relate to me, trying to hit me on a level where we on the same level. I don't know if I could feel the same way if Nick Cannon finishes the documentary.
Exactly.
That's my personal opinion.
In the early 2000s or late 90s, I can't remember which, but probably late 90s, I can't remember. But when TLC was hot and everybody's watching TLC, and Lisa Lopez, right, went to Dr. Sebi, right, because she had an issue and stuff like that, and he healed her. You know, he helped her find cures through natural remedies and what have you. And that's the reason why she went back, and she was in Honduras. Okay? She was in Honduras with Dr. Sebi and with his, you know, his people and stuff like that. And Lisa turned up dead. She had a big platform, okay? She could have went out there and the whole world would have known about what Dr. Sebi was doing. She suddenly ends up gone, right? Then Dr. Sebi ends up gone. And now Nipsey ends up gone. You know what I'm saying? What is going on right now, bro? Because again, it's not like they're out there, you know, selling like a drug cartel or this, that. They're talking natural remedies, bro. Herbs and you know, vegetables and nutraceuticals and all of these types of things. And for some reason, you know, war has been declared.
He was giving it out for free, like you said.
Exactly.
If you're giving it out for free, you know, everybody saw American Gangster. He was giving out a better quality drug for less of the price. It's like, if you're giving it away for free and it works better, come on, man.
That's it.
Come on, man.
It's the American drug game. But yeah, man, so again, like I said, you know, Lisa, Dr. Sebi, you know, now Nipsey, you know, to me, there's something that's afoot. Right. So again, you know, personally, man, you know, I'm detoxing. You know, I detox and stuff like that, or I don't even know if you call it a detox, but I feed my cells now every morning and stuff like that, man. Which is you know, a natural drink that I make every morning. I juice and stuff like that I got off of Dr. Sebi. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps my energy on blast. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel a lot better as well. So
well, I'll say this, man. I was like, you know, like I said, I don't want nobody to think my opinion is law or what have you. But I just hope, like we always say, just be informed and don't take everything at the face value.
Yes.
If I can't say nothing, if I can't stress anything else to the people watching, listening to our voices, please don't take anything at face value.
Right.
Research for yourself. Look into the situation. You got good common sense. You made it this far in life. You sitting here chilling with us. You got good enough common sense to look into the information, look into the data, and I like it. You know, I got to bring up this point too. I like it. You know, we call them the perfect patsy, right?
Yeah.
But I think about, you know, I wasn't always the best individual. I used to steal and everything else, right? So when you were stealing,
just don't do a Cardi B on camera.
No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna incriminate myself. All I'm gonna say is I stole. I ain't gonna say who, where, when, why. But anyway, I did that stuff, right? And I always thought about this from this standpoint. If you're a criminal and you're a criminal mastermind, you trying to take something, you know, harm someone or what have you, you're not gonna pick the 6'5" bruiser that look like he gonna give you trouble. You're gonna pick the easy target. A perfect patsy is the same thing.
Exactly.
If you don't understand what perfect patsy means, maybe that term makes more sense. It's an easy target.
That's right.
It was an easy scapegoat. He was an easy target, and the evidence is there.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
He had all the telltale signs of an easy scapegoat.
They'll believe this one. You know what I'm saying? They'll believe this one.
Exactly.
Let's go with this guy, so to speak. So yeah, man, you're right, bro. You know, I don't know what else to say, dude. To be honest with you, man.
I think we killed it again.
Yeah, I guess this is the Nipsey Hussle episode. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Nip.
Yeah,
man.
Rest in peace, Nip, man. So you know what I'm saying? Hey guys, like Jay said, bro, don't take it all at face value. Get in there. You know, in the Bible, man, in the Book of Acts, bro, the Apostle Paul really gave homage to this group of people in a city called Berea. Okay. Right, the Bereans, and what he admired about the Bereans, man, was that they didn't just take his word as face value. While he was talking to them, they're like checking everything in scripture. They're like, you know what I'm saying, oh, we got to see for ourselves. They're doing their own study. I think there's a lot of that even in churches today, bro. They'll sit there and they'll listen to whatever is being told to them, and they'll just take it. I think it's being done today in America with Fox TV, you know what I'm saying, where people just take information and think that it's gospel. I think it's being done, you know, on a lot of different radio shows and stuff like that. Listen, if you're listening to a Puff a Minute, yo, I encourage you, have your own opinion. Like we say all the time, you don't have to agree with us. Let us know if you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what the box is for right below us, all right? Comment. Put your comments in there. Like us, comment, share, or don't like us, but still comment. You know what I'm saying? And share with the other people who don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But come on back and, you know, and hang out with a Puff a Minute, because we're going to give you something else that you can hate on, all right? So that's what we do.
Hey, before we get out of here, a couple things. First thing before we get out of here. Gotta say thank you to all our followers on Instagram. We just bust 10,000 on Instagram.
Yo, thank you.
Hey,
absolutely.
We appreciate y'all. We appreciate the love. Some of y'all been interacting with us over the last few weeks, months, the year that we've been working on this thing. So we really appreciate y'all, the love, support. Continue to do that. Continue to follow us on Instagram. Continue to follow us on Facebook. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's how you get the content. But hey, we just told you something else. Coming out. We're going to be on Pandora. We're going to be on Spotify. We're going to do the whole podcast situation. So make sure to check us out. You got many opportunities to stay in touch with us. And like Mick said, man, like, comment, share, do all of that. Make sure we still ain't got no haters yet, bro.
Yeah, I know,
everybody's telling us they like us. They like what we do.
All that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to gas us.
Yeah. If you get on, we getting popular now.
Yeah, y'all trying to gas us up.
We definitely got to have some haters out there, man. We appreciate any feedback, man. Like I said, Mick and I's opinion is not law. Make sure to read. Check up on us. We ain't always right. You know, check up on us. From cigars to pairings to the conversation we have. Please check up on us. But we appreciate the love, man, the support. And hey, what we tell them every week?
Hey, bro, at a Puff a Minute, y'all, understand, we are not just blowing smoke. Peace. And we're going to see you next time. We out.